Hey guys, Stefan here from ProjectLifeMaster.com. Welcome to my new morning ritual, how to start off the day happy, healthy, productive, how to condition yourself for success and fulfillment every day. In this video blog, I'm going to share with you guys exactly what I do from the moment I wake up to the moment I start working step by step as my morning ritual. And as I go through this process, you guys are going to see the transformation in me. You're going to see my state amplify. I'm already in a great state. I already have a lot of energy right now. But when you do this first thing in the morning, you're going to be amazed by the results that you're going to be able to create in your life and in your day. So I'm going to break everything down to you guys step by step. As you can see behind me right now, I've got my whiteboard. You probably can't see this, but I've got everything written out right here. And then right here, I've got my goals. And I'm also going to have a blog post that goes along with this. So you're going to want to make sure to click the link in the description that I'm going to have below in this video, okay, below in YouTube, and that will take you to the blog, ProjectLifeMaster.com, and I'll break everything down and go into everything in a lot more detail so that you can follow along, okay? Now, I have an original morning ritual video that I put out a few years ago that's become very popular on YouTube. It's got over 500,000 views to date right now. And it's helped a lot of people love it and everything. And since I put out that video, a lot of people have been asking me more about my morning ritual. They're asking how has it evolved and what am I doing today? So I wanted to put out this video for you guys to share with you guys exactly what I do right now today in my life, because ever since I put out that video, I've evolved it. I've actually learned a lot of great things that has helped me today to have a much better, more powerful morning ritual. And a lot of the stuff that I'm going to share with you guys is stuff that I've already mentioned before in the past, but it's worth mentioning again. But my ultimate goal of making this video is to inspire you guys in some way to apply this to your own life and to realize the importance and the impact that this can have in your life. Because if there's one thing that's missing for most people, it's giving more to themselves. It's giving the most scarce resource that you have, which is your time, and giving that to you and starting off the day the right way. I really believe that how you start the day is how you end the day. And when you start the day the right way, in a powerful, empowering way, it's gonna totally transform everything that you do and experience throughout your day and throughout your life. And at the same time, if you start off the day the wrong way, if you start off the day like most people do, which is pissed off and angry and stressed out and worried and have all these negative emotions that fill their body, as a result, it's going to affect everything they do that day. It's going to affect their experience at their job. It's going to affect the relationships that they have with people in their life. Because when you're in a bad state, you're going to treat people totally differently as opposed to being in a great state. It's also going to affect your experience with your customers. It's going to affect your health, your body. But more importantly than that, it affects your quality of life. Because the quality of your life is your emotions. Your emotions are everything. You could have everything, you could achieve all your goals, but if you're not happy and fulfilled, then you're a failure. And so making sure that you take time each day to be happy, to be fulfilled, to put yourself through a ritual, to condition yourself to experience whatever it is that you want to experience, that's the greatest gift that you can give yourself. Because most people spend their days and their lives pursuing goals of making more money, paying off their bills, maybe attracting a certain person in their life, or having a healthy, fit body. And they're doing all these things believing that it's going to make them happy and it's going to give them something. But the truth is, the only reason why anyone's doing those things, to make more money, to have a healthy and fit body, to achieve goals, is what you believe it will give you, which is a feeling, an emotional state. And the truth is that you can give yourself those feelings and emotional states right now, today. You don't have to wait till you make all this money, till you achieve this perfect body, this perfect relationship, to experience those emotions. You can experience it every single day, because most people are caught up in achievement, but they forget about fulfillment. And fulfillment is a lot more important than achievement. One of my mentors, Tony Robbins, says, success without fulfillment is failure. You can be totally successful, you can have everything, but if you're not fulfilled, then you're a failure. And so that's what this morning ritual is about. It's about taking time every single day to start off the day the right way, giving time to yourself to feel whatever it is that you want to feel, to be fulfilled, to be happy, to feel grateful, to feel excited, passionate, committed, loved, whatever it is that you want to feel every day, giving that to yourself, and also conditioning yourself the right way so that you can be more productive and achieve more as well. Because when you're happier and you're more fulfilled and you're in a great state, you are going to achieve more success in your life. And not only that, but also taking care of your health, which is the most important thing as well. Your emotions, your health, and your mind. That's what this morning ritual is for. It's about being proactive versus reactive, because whether you know it or not, you already have a morning ritual. Most people start off the day and they're stressed out. They drink their coffee, they're rushing out the door, they're reading the news and feeding their mind with this negative garbage. There's all these things that they do subconsciously as their morning ritual, and it's affecting their entire day and their entire lives, and they're not even aware of it. So when you take the time to do something like this to yourself every day, and you give to yourself in this way, again, you're going to be amazed by what's going to happen, especially if you commit to doing something like this for the next 30 days, which is something that I want to propose to you at the end of this video. Okay, so morning ritual is one of the most powerful, important things that you can do every day, because what it does as well is it starts to condition new habits, new ways of feeling, new emotions that you probably haven't experienced before, because emotions are everything, as I said. We all have an emotional home. We all have a certain emotional home, an emotional state that we experience on a daily basis. Some people, their emotional home is just always being worried or tired or shy or stressed or angry or frustrated or fearful. Anxiety, those are all the emotions that they feel habitually. That's their home. And the more that you condition it and the more that you access those emotional states, the more it becomes home for you, the more that you're going to be living in that state. And the way that you experience the emotions that you want to feel every day is you condition them. You start off the day and you start to experience those emotions more and more often, because when you do that, and with some of the stuff I'm going to share with you guys in this video, and you start to condition those emotions, that becomes your new home. It gets to the point where you don't have to do a morning ritual anymore. You just are. You just automatically feel more happy, more excited, passionate, loving, because you've been conditioning these states every single day, first thing in the morning. The more that you experience them, the more it becomes a part of you, the more it's going to allow you to access those states. So if you're struggling with depression or any negative emotion that's holding you back in your life, and we all do, then implementing something like this for 30 days will radically transform your entire quality of life. And another thing I want to mention too, before I get into this, because this might be a long video, they usually are, before I get into this, I have a lot of people that say, when I'm in a bad state at work, or I'm lazy, I procrastinate, whatever emotion that they have, oftentimes people, when they get into those states, they don't want to get themselves out of it. I don't know if you've ever had a time when you're just lazy, you're sitting on the couch, you don't want to do anything, or you're just frustrated, you're in a negative state, you're hating your life, you're hating your job or whatever. When you're in that state, it can be challenging to get yourself and break yourself out of that state to put yourself in a more empowering one. But what I've learned is the best way to get yourself out of those states is to prevent the bad state from even happening. So by doing a morning ritual every day and being proactive, then you're preventing those negative states from happening throughout the day. You're preventing that frustration, that laziness, procrastination, the binge eating, those negative patterns and habits that are holding you back, because you're being proactive instead of reactive and just reacting to whatever comes up and going to certain things to change your state, change the way you feel, when you can just do it proactively first thing in the morning by doing a morning ritual. So that's the power of this. The best way to avoid being in a negative state is just prevent it. Prevent yourself by doing a morning ritual first thing. Okay, so I'm going to walk you guys through exactly what I do now, step by step. And I'm going to share with you guys a few things that I have here on my whiteboard, and then I'm going to switch the video over because I have some more stuff on the other side I'm going to share with you guys. And I'll show you guys my work environment here too, because I have this amazing view right here of beautiful Vancouver, British Columbia, where I live. I'm in my office right now, but I'm going to walk everything down, break everything down for you guys step by step so that you guys can follow along. And again, make sure to check out the blog post that goes into everything in a lot more detail as well. Okay, so first thing that I do, this is my morning ritual here. The first thing I do when I wake up is, number one, is I smile. Okay, I smile. This is very important. As simple as it may sound, smiling represents so much. When you smile, for me, it represents gratitude. It represents that, oh my God, I'm alive. I celebrate the fact that I'm alive. You know, what a concept, to celebrate the fact that you have another day of your life, which is the greatest gift you could ask for. Another day to create whatever it is that you want. Another day to pursue your goals, your dreams. Another day to experience life to the fullest and to experience all the gifts and joys that life has to offer. So I smile as the first thing that I do every single day. Now, most people, how do they start the day? They wake up, the alarm goes off, and they get frustrated, right? They immediately have the emotion of frustration. The alarm goes off, and they just hit the snooze button, and then 5 more minutes goes by, alarm goes off, they hit the snooze, and they're already setting the wrong standard for the day. They're already setting the wrong, starting off the day on the wrong foot. So by smiling, for me, I don't even use an alarm clock. I just naturally wake up around 8 o'clock in the morning each day, and I wake up and I immediately smile. I just feel thankful for the day. Okay, so that's the first thing that I do every day that's made a huge difference for me, is just smiling. And by the way, when you smile, you're using different muscles in your face. There's so many different muscles in your face, and when you do that, you're automatically starting to release endorphins just through smiling and changing your physiology in that way, because how you use your body is going to affect how you feel. In fact, there's been studies done that if they took people that are clinically depressed, and all they had them do each day was smile from ear to ear, a huge ass grin on their face in front of the mirror for at least 15 minutes a day, I think it was. And they did that in the mirror. They forced themselves to do it. And what they found is that just by smiling 15 minutes a day, it radically helped them and to improve their depression. And I think, a lot of them were off their medication and everything just by smiling. It sounds so simple, but it's so powerful because it releases chemicals, hormones, endorphins, and you feel so much better by doing it. Okay, so number 1, smile. The number 2 thing that I do each day is something called priming or meditation. Now, this is a new technology that I learned. Meditation's not new, but the priming piece is, and I'm going to share with you guys a quick exercise that I do that's really enriched my life. So meditation, as you probably know, is just basically a process that I go through where I just focus on calming my mind. I just focus on my breathing and calming my mind and just being in a peaceful state. And during this process as well, I do some breathing exercises before I do the meditation, which is really important because oxygen is the most important thing that our bodies need. We can live weeks without food, days without water, but only minutes without oxygen. And so our brain, our blood cells, everything needs oxygen. The quality of our life is the quality of our cells, and our cells need oxygen more than anything. And so by doing deep diaphragmatic breathing and going through a meditation process and focusing on my breathing, it helps to fully oxygenate my cells, and it gives me immediate energy for the day and just helps me get at peace as well and feel grateful. Okay, so you can just do a basic meditation. I usually do maybe 5 or 10 minutes, or if you want to do longer than that, you definitely can. But what I do is I do a priming type meditation. And so I'll walk you guys through this real quick. And by the way, I'm going to go into everything I'm going to break down everything and share with you guys exactly what I do. But I'm going to also have follow-up videos that goes into everything in a lot more detail as well, because if I go through the entire 10-minute process and the whole thing with you guys, this video will probably be hours long. So I'm going to quickly go through these things, and then I'll have other videos I'll link you guys to that you guys can check out, or go to the blog and learn more details about what it is that I'm doing here, okay? So the priming looks like this. I first do 30 explosive breaths in and out through my nose. Okay, and when you do different breathing patterns like this, it's really powerful to changing the way you feel. Your breathing really affects your emotions in your body. And so this is a process that I learned. I take my hands like this, and I close my eyes as I do this. I'm usually sitting on my bed, and I just breathe in and out through my nose as I take my hands and I go up and down like this. And I'll do it 30 times. So it looks like this. I'll do that 30 times, and what you'll notice when you do that, by the way, is you have a rush. And when you do it explosively, the more powerful it is. And when you do this, you want to breathe in and out through your stomach, through your diaphragm right here, okay? So I do 30 explosive breaths like that first thing in the morning after I smile, and I just meditate. And I just lay there with my eyes closed at peace. I try to focus on my breathing, inhaling and exhaling through my diaphragm. And then what I do is I do another 30 breaths, just like that, and then I focus on 3 things that I'm grateful for in my life. 3 things that I'm grateful for. And 2 of the things that I'm grateful for always have to be something small. Something small. Like being grateful for a raindrop, or being grateful for a pen, or a notebook, or a chair. Just something that you would believe in a lot of cases to be so insignificant, but just realizing the power and how grateful you are for that. You know, being grateful for your heart that beats 100,000 times a day without you even thinking about it. Never takes any time off, doesn't take a vacation, and never asks for anything in return. Just being grateful for all the little things. And right now, I'm just gonna do this with you guys right now, just thinking about what I'm grateful for. And you guys can do this as well. Just think about 2 or 3 things right now you can be grateful for as you're watching this. You know, I'm grateful for my heart. I'm grateful for my hands. You know, it's silly that it might sound, oh my God, my hands, something that you use every single day that we take for granted. And when you focus on small things you're grateful for, then it really trains you to think more about things you're grateful for throughout the day. Because most people, they only think about the big things, but our lives are made up of the little things. All the little things we can be grateful for right now. You don't have to wait till you're making all this money, till you have the perfect body, all those sort of things. You can be grateful right now. Because the only reason why you're pursuing all the money, all the body and everything, again, is for the emotions, the feelings that you believe it will give you, but you can give that to yourself right now. You don't have to wait. And by giving it to yourself now, you get to experience it now. You don't have to experience it sometime in the future. And as you can see right now, I'm getting emotional right now as I'm thinking about this because it's totally changed my state. And you take time to do this and think about what you're grateful for, man, your life is rich. That's the secret to wealth and happiness, is gratitude. You can be grateful right now. You can be wealthy right now just by being grateful. I'm grateful for this amazing city that I live in. I'll share with you guys the view that I have, but you know, every day when I look out here, I just feel so grateful and rich to live in this incredible city and this incredible world that provides so much abundance for me. You know, it's whatever I want to make out of it is what's possible. So I'll spend a few minutes just thinking about 3 things I'm grateful for, and I really feel it. And that's the key. As you can see right now, I'm actually feeling these emotions in my heart, in my body. I'm getting out of my head. Your head is always going to mess with you, because when you live in your head, you're never going to enjoy the taste of an apple, because your head will always be thinking and analyzing everything. It'll be thinking, where has it been? Is it organic? Is it good for me? Is it bad for me? All this sort of stuff. But when you go to your heart and you just focus on feeling, that's where all the power is. That's where life is experienced, is feeling, not up here. So what I'll do after that, after a few minutes, I'll do another 30 explosive breaths, just like I showed you. And then I'll think about 3 things I want to create in my life. 3 things I want to create. It can be things I want to create today. It can be things I want to create a year from now, 5 years, 10 years from now, whatever it is. You know, I focus on some of my goals that I'll share with you guys here in a little bit. But I'll focus on, for example, my fitness competition that I have coming up, and I'll focus on and visualize and see my body, my abs, everything that I want to look and feel for that competition. I'll focus on my financial goals, making a certain amount of money, $50,000 a month consistently. I'll focus on that, or I'll focus on the difference that I want to make, or building my own foundation, or you know, spending incredible moments with my girlfriend, or traveling here or there, or maybe just, you know, recording this video for you guys today. That's actually what I did this morning. I focused on one thing I want to create is create this incredible video that can help people. So I'll focus on 3 things I want to create in my life. I'll visualize it, and then I'll do another 30 explosive breaths. And I always finish off just by asking the universe, asking God, asking whatever energy you believe has created you for healing. And I just ask to heal me in whatever way. And I just finish off just with a little prayer, and I just say, thank you, thank you, thank you. And I just feel so grateful for my life and for my day. So that's my gratitude meditation priming process, okay? So the breathing is key, and you don't have to do exactly what I'm doing here. You can use your own meditation, whatever your own practice is. This is just what works for me, okay? So the point is do something to change your breathing, because that's one of the most important things your body needs, oxygen, and do something just to experience whatever it is that's going to work for you to be at your best. Because that's the purpose of this. It's not copying what I'm doing. It's using whatever that I use here that works, or maybe some other things you want to apply, and just using that so that it works for you. This is just what I do that has benefited me, okay? So that's what I do is number 2. Number 3 is I drink water, okay? Drink water, and I also do juicing, okay? Now, water is the next thing that your body needs besides oxygen. 70% of the planet is made up of water. 70% of your body is made up of water. Our cells not only need oxygen, but they also need water. They need to be hydrated. And oftentimes when you're sleeping 8 hours or whatever it is, you are dehydrated massively. And I know this for myself personally because I do fitness stuff. When I look in the mirror each day, my body will be more ripped up and everything because it's in a dehydrated state. So your body needs water. It's gonna radically transform the way you feel and give you energy. And a lot of people, as simple as water is, a lot of people still don't drink water. A lot of people, they drink coffee and all this sort of crap that they put in their bodies that's not really serving them. It's artificial energy. The fact that you need coffee after you've been sleeping 8 hours and you still don't have energy after sleeping 8 hours and now you need a stimulant to try to get through the day and be productive is ridiculous. You can just naturally do it by taking care of your health each day. In fact, a lot of times when you drink coffee, you drink it, it's a poison to the body. So when you drink it, your body releases adrenaline, and your adrenal glands get burnt out, by the way, when you do that. Releases adrenaline, and you're running off the adrenaline because the adrenaline is your body's way to try to get rid of the poison to prevent it from killing you. So a lot of people, they're putting poison into their body and stimulants, and what happens is you become so dependent on it, and I know this, by the way, I'm not judging because I was like a caffeine addict, drinking my caffeine every day. But the problem is that you become dependent on it, and when you don't have it, you can't function, and you become more tolerant towards it, so you actually need more coffee, more caffeine to get the same high and everything. So I like to avoid that stuff. I'm not trying to get in a whole discussion here on YouTube about caffeine and coffee and everything, but the point is, drink water, hydrate yourself. Your body needs that, it's craving that, it's desperate for water. And when you drink water, don't just have a sip of it, drink like a lot of water, drink like 2 glasses at least. I like to mix a greens drink, a greens powder in my water and drink that. I also sometimes put a lemon in as well. Lemon will help alkalize the water. I also use a water ionizer called Kangen water. It makes 9.5 alkaline water, which is a whole other discussion, but make sure that I'm alkalizing my body because my body is in an acidic state a lot of the times while it's sleeping. And so by immediately drinking water, I'm cleansing my body, I'm super hydrating my cells, and I'm giving my body what it needs. With the water, what I also do is I do juicing as well. And I've got other videos that I've done on juicing, the benefits of it. I'll link to some of those in this video as well for you guys to check out, or go to the blog, learn more about that. I like juicing on an empty stomach because when you juice vegetables, I always do vegetables, I try to stay away from sugar and fruit and everything, but when you juice vegetables, you're getting rid of all the fiber. Now without the fiber, your body doesn't have to digest anything. So when you just drink the juice without the fiber and the pulp, then you're basically, when you drink the juice, it's going right into your cells. It absorbs and it digests extremely fast. So you have an immediate source of energy. You start to feel incredible right away. Like when I juice vegetables, I juice a lot of greens, spinach, collards, broccoli, kale. I'll put in some lemon, ginger, cucumber, just incredible. Carrots sometimes, but I try to stay away from a lot of sugar. But I basically do that juicing and it gives me an incredible rush of energy. It's cleansing out my body, and it's best to do it on the first thing as an empty stomach, because the moment that you start eating food that has fiber in it, your body starts to have to expend energy and use that to digest it. So I like to juice first, gives me incredible energy, and then I'll usually have my meal a little bit later after my morning ritual, which I'll get into as well, okay? So juicing is powerful, one of the best things I do, but just make sure that you're taking care of your health as one of the first things that you do as well. Okay, number 4 is rebounding. So the 4th thing that I do each day is I do something to start to engage my physiology, engage my body. Emotion is created by motion. The more that you use your body, the more it's gonna radically change how you feel, because your mind and your body are linked. And so by me doing some sort of exercise, it doesn't have to be rebounding, and I'll share with you guys what that is if you don't know what it is. But it doesn't have to be rebounding, but the more you do something to engage your body, whether it's stretching or yoga or running or just doing push-ups or jumping jacks, just doing something to engage your body, going for a walk, it's gonna radically change your emotional state. The more that you use the gifts that your Creator's given you, your body, the more you get to experience those gifts. Now, the crazy thing is, a lot of people believe that when you use your body, it takes up a lot of your energy. And the truth is, what I believe is that when you use your body, you actually have more energy. If you think about it, when you're sitting on the couch, how much energy do you have? When you're sitting there just laying there, how much energy do you have? You feel tired. But for me, when I'm moving, when I'm jumping up and down, when I'm using my body, when I'm going for a walk, it gives me more energy, because the more that you use it, the more you get to experience. So using your body is critical first thing in the morning. Again, it can be go for a walk. Some days I'll just go for a walk on the beach. I'm about a couple blocks away here in Vancouver. We have a beautiful seawall. It's beautiful summertime right now, so I'll just go for a walk and I'll do some of this morning ritual as I'm walking, or I'll listen to music, or just have my rebounder right here, and I'll share with you guys what I do right there as well. But just doing something to move is critical. So I'm going to share with you guys my rebounder, which is a mini trampoline. As you guys can see right now, I'm jumping up and down on my rebounder. So it's basically this little trampoline that I have right here. And as I'm jumping up and down right now, and it's just a little gentle bounce, it's right now eliminating toxins from my lymphatic system. So your lymphatic system is the sewage system, the waste system for your body. And one of the ways that you stimulate your lymphatic system is through deep diaphragmatic breathing, or just vertical movements like this. So by me jumping up and down, I'm getting rid of a lot of toxicity from my body. This is a great little workout that you can do as well. It gives you a lot of energy, because as I'm doing this, I'm taking in a lot more oxygen. Also, it's great for your posture. There's just so many amazing, great benefits to it, but I like to do it because it just really enhances my state. It makes me feel incredible, and I usually continue the next part of my morning ritual as I'm jumping up and down on my rebounder. And sometimes I'll put on music while I do it. Sometimes I use my rebounder when I'm watching videos or TV or whatever it is, watching a movie. And I'll just use that, and it's just a great little tool to have that I have here in my office that helps put me in a great state. So again, use something, do something to engage your physiology to change how you feel. So the next part of my morning ritual is I'm going to share with you guys some of the incantations and affirmations, that process that I go through to amplify my state and condition myself. So I'm going to share with you guys what I have right here and break down everything for you guys. Okay guys, so as you can see behind me right now, I've got a closet that on the inside of the closet I put down my incantations, my values, my vision. I've got on both sides here. So as you can see, just here in my office, I've got my closet doors. I open the inside, and that way I can see everything laid out for my entire life, and I'm going to break everything down into you for you guys in detail. And again, go to the blog, because all this sort of stuff here is going to be broken down in more detail there as well. And I will also have other separate videos that goes into everything here, so you can understand it more and the purpose and the reason why I do it. But again, you don't have to apply all this to your life. This is just what works for me, and this is based on a lot of things that I've learned and just how I want to condition my life. How you want to condition yourself in your life is going to be radically different for you than it is for me. Okay, so the next piece that I do are my incantations. And the first thing that I do as part of my incantation is right here I have what is called my mission statement. Okay, my mission statement. And I found there's incredible power when you speak words out loud and you engage your body. And incantations are something that I learned from Tony Robbins, so he gets full credit for this. But they're similar to affirmations, but the difference is when you just have an affirmation, you just say, I'm happy, I'm happy, I'm happy, then your brain doesn't really believe it, because you're not engaging yourself fully. You're not using the emotion and the physiology to be happy. So an incantation is to use your entire body, use your voice, everything as you speak it, speaking it out loud, because whatever you speak out loud enough with enough emotion will get ingrained within you, become embedded in your nervous system. And you'll start to believe these things, because a lot of the beliefs that you have right now, you believe them because you just said them to yourself so many times again and again and again. It just became a thought that became conditioned as a part of you. And so when you condition new beliefs, new thoughts, new emotions, new behaviors, and you do it again and again with the right emotional intensity, then that will become habitual and a part of you as well. So my mission statement is a statement that I say every single day. It's part of me. I live it. It's what I was made for. And as I say this incantation, I usually always start them off like this. I say, I, Stefan Palernos, see, know, hear, and feel that the purpose of my life is to be more fully alive, grow, and make a difference in the lives of others. Yes. I usually always end off my incantations by saying yes, because when I say yes, what it does is it starts to anchor that emotional state, that feeling, to my fist. So whenever I say yes, I start to anchor that feeling, that emotion to that. Okay, so that's my mission statement. My purpose of my life is to be more fully alive, grow, and make a difference in the lives of others. And it gives me goosebumps when I say it. It brings me a lot of joy, juice, motivation, and it just reminds me this is what I'm living for. This is the purpose of my life. And there's a lot of power when you discover that purpose and you start to incant that and remind yourself of that every single day, okay? So I'll usually say that a few times, and I'll say it with emotion, intensity. Sometimes I'll put music on in the background and just say it louder and stronger and anchor it even more in my body, and it starts to engage my nervous system and put me in a better state. Okay, the next thing that I have is I go over what I call my values and my rules. Now, your values are emotional states that we're moving towards. We have towards values and also away from values. We have emotional states that we value that we're trying to move towards, and also emotional states that we try to avoid. And I learned a lot of this stuff from Tony Robbins at his Date with Destiny seminar. Highly worth checking out. I love Tony Robbins. A lot of the stuff that I'm sharing with you guys, I've incorporated from my teachings with Tony Robbins, Evan Pagan, T. Harv Eker, Wayne Dyer. A lot of these self-help role models, I've just basically learned stuff that they've taught me and I've applied it to my life, and I'm just basically sharing with you guys all the best of what I've learned that's helped me. So values and rules is something that I've learned from Tony Robbins. And right here, I have what I call my towards values, which are the emotional states I want to move towards. And we all value similar things. Like we all value, I have on my list, health and love and happiness and passion and confidence and success and fun. And we all value those things, but we all value them differently, in different orders. Some people value success more than happiness. Other people value happiness more than success. And the sequence of it is extremely important, because I remember for me, I used to value success above happiness. And so just that little switch there, when I had that, I'd always had to achieve or do something significant in order to feel happy. Whereas when I switched happiness to above success, now I happily achieve instead of achieving to be happy. Huge difference of worlds right there. That you might think that's a small thing, it's a huge thing. But what I do is I read these out loud and I say to myself, I, Stephen Palermo, see, know, hear, and feel that I'm healthy and energetic. I, Stephen Palermo, see, know, hear, and feel that I am loving. I, Stephen Palermo, see, know, hear, and feel that I am happy and grateful. I, Stephen Palermo, see, know, hear, and feel that I am confident, right? So I say these again and again so I can condition, and I just read it out loud what I want my values to be, because the more that I condition it, the more I'm going to live my life this way. Your values will shape your destiny, the direction of your life. And a lot of people that have a lot of conflicting values, because they want to move towards success and being happy and everything, but they have away from values right here of rejection. And it's a conflict, because you might want to be successful, but to be successful, you're going to have to face rejection. You're going to have to face failure. So when you get all your values aligned, then you're more pulled towards success and the destiny that you want, instead of having to push towards it. But again, that's another video blog altogether. And then I also go over my rules. So my rules are beliefs that I have about what has to happen for me to meet my values and experience them. And I just read those to myself. So for example, I experience health and energy anytime I do anything that increases my physical well-being, or I take a deep breath, or I consume fruits or vegetables, or I drink water, or I focus on positive thoughts, or be in a positive state. So I just remind myself those are my rules, and I try to make it as easy as possible to feel healthy and energetic. Love, I experience love anytime I am loving, anytime I'm warm towards others, anytime I focus on, remember the love that's always in my heart. I experience love anytime I connect with God, or I feel love anytime my state enhances the way others feel. Okay, so I've made it as easy as possible for me to feel love. Same thing with happiness. A lot of people have these beliefs, these rules. In order to feel happy, I need to make money, I've got to do this and this, all this sort of stuff has to happen to feel happy. For me, I experience happiness and gratitude anytime I remember and appreciate all the good that already exists in my life. Number 2, feel thankful for God or anyone else. And number 3, wake up another day alive. That's it. I feel happy just waking up another day alive. Just like when I said I smile each day, that's one of the rules that I have to be happy. I just wake up another day and I'm happy. I don't have to make $1 million. I don't have to do all this sort of stuff. I can feel happy every day just by changing my beliefs about what has to happen for me to meet them. Okay, so I'm not going to go into all this in detail. That would take forever, guys, but I basically read those out. Again, these are things that I like to condition for myself each day. The next thing I do is empowering beliefs. And as you can see, well, as you can't see because it's so small, but I'll have another video blog for this, I have right here incantations and powerful beliefs and affirmations that I want to condition. So I always think about what are beliefs that I want to have in my life? What are beliefs that would serve me? Because we all have beliefs that either empower us or disempower us. It's choosing the ones that can serve us at the highest level. And so I've always been good at identifying what are the limiting beliefs that are holding me back, and then what are more empowering ones that I can start to condition each day. So for example, I used to have limiting beliefs of, I don't feel like it, or I'm tired. And I realized those are limiting beliefs. The more I say that to myself, the more it's going to be true for me. Whether it's real or not doesn't matter, because if you believe it, it will be true for you whether it's real or not. So I identified those are the limiting beliefs, and I thought, what are new empowering beliefs I need to believe instead? And whatever those beliefs are, I started to condition them and start saying to myself every day as part of my morning ritual. So if my old BS bullshit belief is I'm tired, I'd come up with a more empowering one and say, no, that's bullshit. The truth is that I control how I feel. The truth is I can feel energetic, excited, and happy right now just by changing my state. The truth is I have unstoppable energy. I'm young. The truth is there's people that are 50 and 60 that have more energy than me, and it's not, if they can have more energy than me, then I have energy as well. It's just my psychology, it's my mindset. It's the way I use my body. I create the energy first thing in the morning. I create the energy by taking care of my health, my body. So, I'd say those things again and again to myself every day and start to condition those new beliefs and thoughts. But I'll read to you guys some of them that I have here. And I just made a list of all these affirmations, beliefs I like to have that serve me. And I've got ones for health and fitness and success and everything, but I'll just read a few of them. Some fitness ones that I have, because right now I'm doing my fitness competition, is I eat to fuel my body, not satisfy an appetite. Another one is nothing tastes as good as being healthy and fit feels. Another one is I will improve 1% each day and give myself pleasure for tiny progress. I take massive action towards my goals every day. Every cell of my body vibrates with energy and health. I control how I feel. I can change how I feel in an instant. I am at peace with all that has happened, is happening, and will happen. Everything happens for a reason and a purpose, and it serves me. I make positive, healthy choices every day. Today is a winning day for me. If I am committed enough, there's always a way. I'm an amazing friend. Everything I touch is a success. I act promptly and decisively. I can accomplish anything that I put my mind to. I just got so many. I've got like probably 50 or 60 of them right here. I've got, more for my health. Everything I eat will have some effect on my body, but I realize that what I eat once in a while doesn't impact me that much. What's most important is what I eat habitually, so I'm very conscious about what I eat repeatedly day after day. I understand and have a great respect for the power of habits. So I've got all these great things I just say to myself again and again and again. And I don't say all of them every day. I'll just maybe pick a few and just, every day pick a few and just say them out loud, say it with emotional intensity, say it with belief and everything, use my body. And it's incredible power when you do that, because you do that for 30 days, man, you start to believe this stuff. Again, you're overriding your programming, your past conditioning that you've conditioned your entire life. It's not going to happen instantly, because you've been spending your entire life conditioning all the negative crap that you've now believed up to this point. So you have to be proactive with your beliefs and decide, this is what I want to believe. This is who I want to be. This is what I want to stand for. And you say it again and again and again until it becomes part of you, okay? Another thing I do is something called my power virtues, and I have 4 power virtues that I say, that I have right here. And I'll say, I, Stephen Palermo, see, know, hear, and feel that I am confident. I, Stephen Palermo, see, know, hear, and feel that I am determined. And when you say it, whatever emotion you experience, you say it with the physiology of that. So when you say that you're confident, you stand confident. You say, use your body in a confident way. You have that look in your eyes. You have that voice tone. You're breathing the way as if you're confident. Same thing with determined. If I have, I, Stephen Palermo, see, know, hear, and feel that I am loving, I'll say that in a loving state. I'm not saying I'm loving, I'm saying I'm loving, and I really feel the love. Same thing, I, Stephen Palermo, see, know, hear, and feel that I am happy. And I'll just say happy and, just put a happy look on my face. So I say that again and again, and those are the power virtues, the main 4 states that I want to access every day. So whatever states that are missing in your life, whether it's passion, peace, confidence, determination, gratitude, creativity, resourcefulness, commitment, whatever those emotions are, just start to experience them every day. Identify what's missing in your life or what you want to experience more of, and start to use those as a state that you go into each day so that you can have that in your life. Next thing is I go over my ultimate vision and my goals. So what I also have here is the ultimate vision for my life, the ultimate purpose for my life. I've got my identity, my code of conduct. I've got my goals here on the other side that I'll read to you guys. But I've found incredible power in just reading, first getting clear on my ultimate vision for my life. And I also have a vision, by the way, for each area of my life, because in the Bible says, without a vision, people perish. We need something to look forward to in our lives. We need a compelling future to get through today, because that's what's going to allow us to do a morning ritual, to take action when we have something we believe that we're moving towards that is greater than what we can experience today. When people just give up a vision, they don't have a vision for their lives, they just lay it around. They sit around, they do nothing because they have nothing that excites them, nothing that empowers them. When you have a vision, you're going to be pulled towards that. You're going to be motivated, especially when it's something that you want so bad and you just can't wait for it to happen. So I've got a clear vision that I have for my life, a purpose for my life, and I always break down my monthly goals. Now, my vision is something that is just totally crazy and I put out there, and I have belief that it's going to happen because I focus on it all the time. Now, I don't always read everything every day. Sometimes it's just every week I'll go over my visions, my purpose and everything, but I always make sure I have it there because whenever I need that motivation, I can tap into that. And by the way, right here behind me too, I've got a vision board. And you've probably heard about this from the book or the movie The Secret and everything, but I like to have images that motivate me, that inspire me, that pull me towards what I want, because there's a lot of power in images, not just having it written out, but having images that represent it. So I have my ideal body and people I look up to. I've got cars. I've got, where I want to live one day. The relationship. I've got empowering quotes and phrases. And I just take images and stuff that inspire me. So having something like that is incredible too, so that I can see that every day. And I just have it here in my office. I just open it up and I'm just always focused on that. Another thing is just having it on your computer, having images on your screensaver, on your phone. I'm always focusing on where I want to go towards, because whatever you focus on is what you're going to get. Whatever you focus on, you're going to move towards. So continually conditioning your focus on what you want, not on what you don't want. So my vision for my life, I'll quickly read this for you guys real quick, but I'm not going to go into everything for you guys because this video is getting pretty long. My ultimate vision for my life is to be a person who's truly a leader in the world, someone who impacts millions of people's lives through my incredible vision, determination, passion, courage, creativity, compassion, and commitment. I constantly improve the quality of people's lives worldwide through Project Life Mastery with my blog, my products, and services. I am a successful blogger. I'm a successful internet marketer, best-selling author, world-class speaker, and coach. I'm a multi-millionaire and financially free, living an abundant lifestyle of my choosing. I share my incredible life with my loving wife and family. I have a passionate love affair with the woman of my dreams that grows daily as I hold my relationship and partner with the woman. I hold my relationship and partner number one in my life. Every day I experience and fully enjoy the gifts of life, the joy, the happiness, the gratitude, the excitement, the passion, the love, the fun, the laughter, the playfulness, the intimacy, the freedom. I share these gifts with not only an amazing wife and soulmate, but with my children, friends, and family. By the way, I'm not married or have kids or anything, but that's my vision. That's what I want to create one day. I live in a beautiful homes, both in Vancouver and Los Angeles. I share my time between the two cities. I take a 1-week vacation with my loved ones every 3 months. As well, I travel 1 to 3 months every year. I'm physically fit, healthy, and energetic. I'm 170 pounds, 6% body fat, muscular, lean, and ripped. I'm athletic, full of energy, and radiate vitality. I'm emotionally happy and fulfilled. I live my purpose every day. I live a balanced life. I'm spiritually connected with God and the universe. And I take time every day to fully experience my gifts and blessings each day. Every day I'm focused on growing and giving. I've built a successful foundation that serves those in need around the world and focuses on solving problems in humanity that I'm passionate about. And that's, just what I read again and again. I read it out loud. I feel it. It just gives me so much excitement and joy when I visualize and I see that for my life. I've got my purpose. My ultimate purpose in my life is to humbly serve God by being a powerful and passionate example of the unlimited possibilities that life offers to any of us the moment we acknowledge and rejoice in our Creator's gifts, to sincerely love and serve in all His creations, to live life to the fullest, to live life on my terms, and never settle for anything less than I can be, do, get, create, or give. To be an example of the endless possibilities of the human spirit, because my life has a meaning and a purpose, and to honor this is the most powerful way for me to show my respect for myself and for my Creator. By endeavoring to become more myself, I'm setting a strong example of what's possible for others, because I believe we only get one trip through this lifetime, and it's important to enjoy the process. What we remember in the end isn't all the things we've done, but the lives we've touched and the memories we've created along the way. Because I believe you get what you give in life, and so it's important to give everything you can to help others. To take care of myself and have a passionate love affair with myself to ensure that I have more to give, because I want to reflect outward the gratitude I consistently feel inside. I want to ensure that my body reflects the soul that I know I am inside. Oh man, to give to my friends, my family, and loved ones absolute certainty about my love for them so that it lasts well beyond my physical years on this planet. To feel proud and excited about my life and what I can give, share, and experience. To have a blast, to create an unbelievable story, to leave behind a legacy that grows and inspires my friends and family for generations to come. You know, and I just read this, and as you can tell, I'm just getting so fired up and excited as I focus on, and I just think about my purpose, why I want this, why I want my vision, why I want to create what it is I want in my life. There's a lot of power in that, guys, when you identify your purpose, your vision, you focus on it every day. I'm going to share with you guys some of my goals here as well. I have them on my whiteboard so I can see them every day and I can focus on them. And these are just my July goals. So every month I set new goals, and I have goals for the entire year that I actually have on my blog. So if you want to go to projectlifemaster.com and see my blog, I've got my yearly goals, everything there. But I'll easily be 150 pounds at 6% body fat and compete in the WBFF on July 26th and love the process. I'll easily make $50,000 consistently and positively impact the lives of thousands of people through my blog, videos, books, products, and coaching. I'll easily publish at least 8 video blogs on Project Life Mastery and impact at least 70,000 people on YouTube by July 31st. You know, that's one of my goals. I want to create these videos to share them with you guys. So if you want to share my videos and help me with my goal to hit over 70,000 people every month, that'd be amazing. I'll easily launch a new design on my blog by July 31st. I'll easily make regular contributions to a new charity by July 31st. I'll easily complete my morning ritual every day for 31 days straight and enjoy each day fully by July 31st. I'll easily travel to Brazil on July 29th and have an amazing experience with my girlfriend. I'll easily give love every day to my amazing girlfriend and focus on meeting her needs daily. I'll easily spend at least 2 days per week with friends and family creating magic moments and peak experiences. So when you set goals, one little tip is make sure that you have them as a phrase you can read out loud that empowers you and excites you. That's why I say I will easily, and I love the process, and I have them specific. I have exactly what specific goals that I have, and I also have a deadline by July 31st. So I have a deadline to achieve them by. And I just say those and I read those out loud every day, and that helps put me in an amazing state as well. Okay guys, the next thing that I have on my list are what are called my empowering questions. And this is also from Tony Robbins. And what he says is that what you focus on, you feel, and what controls your focus are questions. So when you ask yourself certain questions each day, it's going to control the emotions that you experience. So there's a few questions I ask myself every day. And as I'm usually doing this, guys, I'm usually jumping up and down on my rebounder. So I'm engaging my physiology as I'm thinking and feeling these things. But one of the questions I ask myself is just, what am I happy about in my life? What am I happy about in my life right now? And you know, I'll look out and just think and just, man, I'm so happy to be alive. I'm so happy to live in an incredible city. I'm so happy to be in such an amazing, passionate relationship with the woman of my dreams, someone I love. I'm so happy to have the freedom, the ability to do what I love each day, to be able to make a difference. I'm so happy to be able to give and grow each day, to learn, to be able to take advantage of all the incredible resources that have been given to me or that are available to me, and experience that and use those to enrich my life, but also enrich other people's lives. And I just think about what I'm happy about. I flood myself with it, and I ask myself, and how does that make me feel? And you know, what about that makes me happy? And the more I focus on it, you actually experience it. I'm feeling it right now. I'm feeling so happy right now as I just focus on all the things I'm to be happy about. And I don't care what your life looks like, there's always something to be happy about. Because if your brain says there's nothing to be happy about, you can always ask yourself, what could I be happy about? And if you look hard enough, you can always find it. You know, it doesn't matter what your life looks like on the outside. I've been broke financially, living in my friend's living room, couldn't afford my bills, pay rent. I was in massive debt, credit card debt. Seemingly I had nothing to be happy for, but I still trained myself to be grateful and happy for what I had. Being happy for my body, to live in a great city, to have the power, the ability to create something in my life. As I said before, the priming process, think about the little things you could be happy about. It doesn't have to be the big things, because when you can find those things, you can experience it right now. You don't have to wait till your life's perfect. It'll never be perfect. You can be happy today. And I've also, in a position financially free, making money, living in a penthouse and driving sports cars, and I've lived this life as well. And the quality of my life has never been the money in my bank account or the car or the apartment. It's been my emotions. And I'm just as happy as I was when I was broke. I just have more choices and more freedoms to give and grow more. But for the most part, I'm still the same happiness, because I always just found things to be happy about. Because there's a lot of people that have everything and they're miserable, they're unhappy, they're suicidal, they're on drugs, they're going in and out of rehab. And there's people that have nothing and they're so happy and rich because of what they focus on. So I focus on what I'm happy about. Another question I ask is, what am I grateful for? What am I grateful for? I'm just so grateful for my Creator. So grateful to be able to create this video and share this with people on the internet and hopefully enrich your life and impact you in a positive way. So grateful to be living my purpose each day. So grateful for my mom, my dad, my brother, my sister, my dog Angie, my girlfriend. I think about all the amazing people, the resources, anything in my life I can be grateful for, big or small. I ask myself also, what am I proud of in my life? What am I really proud of? Proud of what I've created. I'm proud of myself, my commitment to excellence, to never settle, to be the best that I can be, to serve, to make a difference. The standard of excellence. I'm really proud of myself. I'm proud of my transformation for my fitness competition. I'm proud of my goals. Last month I made $61,000. It's more money I've ever made. And years ago, definitely more than I made in a year, several years combined, in fact, when I was broke and struggling. And I just never lose fact of what I created, and I feel proud, not as an ego thing, like I'm better than anyone. No, I'm giving myself that gift. There's nothing wrong with feeling proud of yourself for whatever you've created, because even money, things that you've created, success, represents the value that you've provided to the world. For me to make that kind of money, I've provided immense value that's impacted thousands of people's lives through my courses, my blog, and everything. So if you're providing value, then you deserve it. You deserve to feel proud. And I just think about just how blessed and proud I am because I got myself out of the place that I was, which was a very dark, painful place, to where I am today. And I'm just so excited and proud of what I've been able to do. Another question is, what am I excited about in my life? I'm excited for my fitness competition. I'm excited to go to Brazil and go to Rio de Janeiro, spend time with my girlfriend and have a great time there. I'm excited I've got a photo shoot this week. I'm excited because I'm also doing some more filming this week. I'm excited to share this video with you guys and get this out there on the internet and have you guys benefit from it. I think about, what am I passionate about? Passionate about my business. I'm passionate about my blog. I'm passionate about Kindle publishing. I'm passionate about writing. I'm passionate about creating videos. I'm passionate about going to the gym and exercising. I also think about what am I committed to in my life? I'm committed to being the best I can be. I'm committed to being someone that serves. I'm committed to being a force for good. I'm committed to growing and improving myself every day. I'm committed to my relationship. I'm committed to my Creator. I think about what I'm committed to. I also think, who do I love and who loves me? I love God. I love myself. I love my family, my friends. And I just feel these things. And I take time. And as you can tell, my whole state has shifted. I'm experiencing all this variety of different emotions just by controlling my focus. I've already so far in this process been conditioning my mind. I've been conditioning my body, my health, feeling everything that I want to feel. So right now I feel more rich and more fulfilled than most people do in their entire lives, just because I'm taking the time to go through a ritual like this to give myself these gifts. Another thing, guys, is just to finish things up here pretty soon here, is I do some reading. I make sure to feed my mind each day. So I do reading right here. I've got my Kindle, and I make sure I read at least 10 pages a day. Usually it's longer than that, but that's always kind of been a minimum. Really important to feed your mind, because a lot of people, they feed their minds just with whatever shows up, the news and all that sort of stuff just always goes in your mind. You got to proactively put into your mind whatever it is that you want. So for me, reading 10 minutes a day or 10 pages has been an incredible habit. I'm always reading something empowering, self-help, anything that is a focus of my life at the moment. And I've read hundreds of books now. I've actually got a video blog where I go through my entire library and break down all the books that I've read and everything if you want to check it out. So another thing I do, guys, is I just celebrate. I put myself in a peak state. And I learned this from Tony Robbins. Again, the more you use your body, your physiology, the more you control your focus, it's going to put you in a peak state. Because when you're in a peak state, it's going to affect your behavior. When you're in a peak state, you're going to take action. There's no fear. There's no doubt. You're just going to do it. So I put myself in a resourceful state, and usually that's putting on music, jumping up and down, making different gestures with my body, making my moves, saying, yes! Basically pumping myself in a peak state, because when I'm in that state, boom, I'm ready to start the day. I'm ready to take action, but I also celebrate as well. So it could just be celebrating, hey, today's an awesome day, patting myself on the back. I'm always rewarding myself throughout the day, because whatever gets rewarded gets repeated, So, after I did my ritual, I'll pat myself on the back, say, great job. When I go to the gym, and it sounds silly and stupid, but remember, people that are successful do what the failures won't. So if you want to be successful, if you want to be happy and fulfilled, you got to do what everyone else is not willing to do. You've got to have a higher standard than everybody else. So it might sound silly, but man, I don't care. I'm going to celebrate. I'm going to put myself in a peak state. I'm going to feel great. I'm not going to, I don't care what people think, because most people are living these crappy, boring, miserable, unfulfilled lives that why would you want to be like everybody else? Most people are unhappy. Most people are depressed. Most people are going to die from cancer or heart disease. Most people are in a relationship that they hate. 1 in 2 marriages end in divorce. Most people are drugging themselves with things, their problems, food, they're overweight, all these sort of things. So why would you want to be like everybody else? If you want to be like everyone else, do what everyone else does. If you want to have an incredible life, an extraordinary life, if you want to be happy, fulfilled, successful, productive, you got to do what successful people do. You've got to do rituals like this, and I'd much rather have that and go through this process each day and celebrate and do things that are silly to have what I want, as opposed to being like everybody else. So it's a decision that you make, and I just chose to do this stuff. So I celebrate, put myself in a peak state. Another thing I do, guys, is I plan out my day. I've got a journal right here, and I usually just write out what my goals are, and I write out a few reasons why, and just write out what I need to get done that day. What are my actions and everything. So I proactively plan out the day. I have just at my desk here. And then the next thing I do is I always do the highest leverage thing for that day. And I found right after you go through this ritual, you're going to be vibrating. You're going to be in a peak state. You're going to feel incredible. You're already going to start off the day the right way of just being happy, excited, all these different emotions. And when you're in that state, you want to take advantage of it by doing the highest leverage thing. Now, if you've got a job, then you just go to your job or whatever. But in my case, I've got a business. So I always do the most important thing that I could do that day, the highest leverage thing, whether it's doing a video blog, creating a product, coaching a client, whatever it is, I make sure that I take massive action with that right away. One tip that's helped me as well is whenever I do my highest leverage activity, I always use a timer. And I'll usually set about 60 minutes for me to get something done, just right away, right off the get-go. The one thing I've been procrastinating on, or the biggest thing, I just focus on that first, and I use a timer, because when you use a timer, it helps you be more productive. It helps you be more focused because you only have a certain amount of time. And I eliminate all distractions. I just focus on that one thing. In fact, there's a great book out there called The One Thing. And every day you could have that one thing that you do, that one big thing. And I always focus on that as the next piece as my ritual. And another thing I do, guys, as part of my ritual as well, and this is usually about a little bit later in the day, because I usually have a meal around this time, but I'll go to the gym. And that's another important piece of my life. Throughout the day, I work out, I'm productive in my business, and I use this ritual to help empower me and move me towards my goals and my vision. Now, this video is pretty long, and if you're still watching right now, I really commend you. In fact, I respect you immensely because you're one of the few who do. You're one of the few that are actually gonna consume this and apply it, and that's actually committed to using this to change your life and have a better life. So I really respect you for actually, watching this whole thing. Hopefully I've entertained you in some way. Now, a lot of people ask me, how long is your morning ritual? Is it an hour? How long is it? Usually for me, it depends because every day it's different. And one thing I've learned as well is to always switch it up. Don't always do the same thing each day because we need variety. You'll eventually get bored of it if you just do the same thing every day. So sometimes for me, it's an hour and I'll just go a full hour and I'll just think about all these things and go in depth, in detail that I showed you guys right here. Other times I might just do 15 minutes. If I'm in a rush or whatever, I'll do 15 minutes. Sometimes I do some of this stuff when I'm at the gym, when I'm walking to the gym, think about what I'm grateful for. The point is do something. It doesn't have to be something crazy like this. In fact, a lot of the times trying to implement something so big can be very challenging for people. So I always recommend start with something small. Start with like a 5, 10, 15-minute ritual that you can just do every day. Just by adding that to your life, it's gonna empower your life so much more than whatever it is that you're doing right now, which for a lot of people is no ritual whatsoever. So apply something to your life, do something. It could be an hour, it doesn't matter how long. The bottom line is that you're worth it. Remember, fulfillment is more important than success. And again, a lot of people in this Western society, we're so obsessed with getting more things done, but at the end of the day, what's it all for? It's for fulfillment, to enjoy more. There's a science of achievement and there's the art of fulfillment. And most of us have already mastered the science of achievement. In fact, if you're making $30,000 a year, you're in the top 1% of income earners right now in the world. Most of the planet lives off $2 a day. You're already more successful than most people on this planet. What you gotta learn to do is enjoy your life more, be more fulfilled, and that's why this is important, is do this ritual. Yeah, you're gonna achieve more by doing it, but take that time for yourself, or make the time, whether you have to wake up earlier, sleep less, whatever, make the time for yourself to experience this, give yourself this gift. You're worth it, you deserve it. It's gonna totally transform the quality of your life. I do this every day. It's non-negotiable. It's the most important thing I do. It's more important than any coaching client, anything else that I have going on. I always tell people I've got already an appointment first thing with the most important person that day, and that's with me. Because when I take care of me and you take care of you, everything else is going to be transformed. There's a great saying by Jim Rohn that if you want things to change, you got to change. And that if you change, then everything will change for you. And by doing this ritual, you're gonna be at your best so that you have more to give to others, more to give to your life, more to experience. And just the more it's gonna enrich your life for the better. So I wanna thank you guys for staying with me here. Thank you for watching this video. Hope you benefited from it. Make sure to comment below. Tell me what you think. Make sure to like this video. If you share this video, that'd be incredible. If you believe someone could benefit from this, I really wanna reach as many people as I can with this and to empower people by implementing a morning ritual in their lives, because there's so much power in this. And I hope you can see just by watching me and observing me do this, the difference that it made in me and just the passion, the energy, and everything that I have for this. So if you could share this, if you could comment, if you could like this, I definitely really appreciate that. And also go to my blog, projectlifemaster.com. I've got a link below in the description. Check out the blog post. I've got a lot more great stuff there. Subscribe to my newsletter. Say hi to me on Facebook, Twitter. I've got a lot of different ways we can communicate. And let me know how this has impacted your life. I want to thank you again for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.